Facebook Live at high noon. Hey, Queenie.
Hey, Doc, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm fabulous. It looks like you're surrounded by Christmas trees and snow. Where are you today?
I'm still in my kitchen. I just been fooling around with my little background here on the good old Zoom.
That's fantastic. Zoom has really superseded anything we could have anticipated.
Yes.
Keeping everybody together. And that is so awesome. And you are definitely the AV person. And that really does look super cute.
That looked cool.
Yeah.
How about this one? This is where I want to be right now.
Oh my gosh.
You know, we don't have any snow.
For which I am grateful. But as I understand, tomorrow and Wednesday are supposed to change that. So
great. Good to hear.
That way we can match for a second. Because I actually, did Beverly send you that one?
No, actually, I borrowed that off of Facebook.
Oh, you did? Okay. Because I saw that too. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be one of those times when it's really time for us to hitchhike all the way to Florida.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
You just changed on me. Okay. Let me go back. We got to be alike in something. I guess background.
Oil and water. That's for sure. But I really think those Christmas trees and all of that Christmas stuff is super cute. Yeah, that looks awesome. And by the way, the last time we talked, it wasn't Christmas yet. So how was your celebration?
We had a great time. We really we've got some traditions. Our church didn't have anything, in person, so they did I guess it was a Facebook Live, and we watched their little program. And what our family traditionally does is we eat pizza, Chicago style pizza, on Christmas Eve, and then we open all our presents. So, and then we just kind of, graze all of the desserts and all of that stuff. And
I saw what you posted on Doc and Queenie. That tiramisu looked amazing.
Yes, that was my first time making it. We usually buy it, and I thought, I'm going to try it. And actually, it turned out really good. Other than I over soaked the lady fingers, but that's okay.
Well, I'm sure the foodies out there know what that means, but mine comes from Jasper, so I'm out.
That's what we did last year, but I thought, well, we were too lazy to get in the car and go over there, so I made my own. So
isn't it amazing? Speaking of that, in Groundhog Year, as I call it, isn't it incredible to think how many fewer miles we have driven? Every time I get in my car, I'm going, I think I remember how to start this thing. It's incredible.
Well, it feels weird. It feels weird to sit in the car.
Yeah, and it really does.
I'm a person that put 30,000 miles on a year. So, because I'm always out and about, and you're for you, no less, right? I mean, you were as bad as I was.
That was rough to all of a sudden go, I'm not going to Liberty today, or Parkville, or Grandview, or Lee Summit. What am I doing home? Yeah. Bizarre. Those cookies look delicious. Let me tell you, are there any left?
No, they were gone on Christmas Eve. Yeah, and I baked 4 batches.
So, oh my gosh.
They were gone. And that's a tradition too. So kids decorate them. I cut them out. I roll out the dough. And I thought I'd take a picture this year before they disappeared.
Well, that was a good idea, because I imagine in your family that they do disappear quickly.
Yes, they do.
Fantastic. Yeah. And I do, we posted on Facebook, I believe, in our group page. I can't remember, since there's so many different group pages now, but one of my absolutely favorite gifts in the whole world is this one. So I wanted to thank you again, because it's very cool to get a Doc and Queenie tumbler to enjoy my incredible Kangen water coffee every day.
Funny, mine are blue and you're purple. I don't
know.
I know. I couldn't change that. It was weird. I was trying to mess with the colors and it didn't come out real well, obviously. Yeah. But they're more true to your color. So yeah, you are welcome. No,
that was such a cool idea, and that really was so much fun to get a branded tumbler for coffee every day. So that is
for a brand.
I know, I love it. Thank you. But that honestly, when you think about the different gifts and things, and Santa came to my house several times, and surprises on the front porch, and different things, it's just incredible to think how we as a community, not only Doc and Queenie community, but us as a nation community, have been able to stay together and keep some of our traditions alive. This has been awesome. you know, everybody was going, oh, 2020 and da, da, da. A lot of things are different. You can't have your families together and all of those things. And I understand that, but being able to stay connected social media wise, and certainly Zoom calls and anything teleconferencing, that has really changed the flavor of everything that we could have done. And because I mean, what would it be like without this? You know, the FaceTimes, the messenger calls, some of the girls are doing group messengers, and that has been a cool way to keep everybody together.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And, you know, and we've talked a lot. I teach about it a lot with, you know, what do you pull out of the not so great out of this year? And that's exactly what it is coming up with creative new ways to stay in touch and pulling the positive out of it. You know, like my family, my extended family, we did a Zoom, which was, it was hilarious actually, because we all didn't know what to do, even though we're all in business on Zoom, but we all just sat there, just kind of like, okay.
It's so different when it's family. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You have 30 people on there and we're all just sitting like, oh, yeah. But it was fun. It was fun to connect and see everybody and to see how everybody's changed. Everybody's grown up. And because we live, our family is in Chicago, so we don't get a lot of opportunity to go in. So it was good to see everybody, see the kids and nieces and nephews.
What I think of Chicago, and I don't know if this is stereotype, but what I think of Chicago is the windy city, and wind is not a good fit for me. And so is it like freezing right now and blustery and all those things that we think?
They're 10 to 15 degrees colder than we are usually.
Oh.
So it's probably a little bit warmer. You know, they get our weather like 12 hours, 10 to 12 hours later than we do. So they're probably not in we're starting to get cold here. They're probably still in the warm there a little bit, but yeah, they haven't had any snow or anything yet. So yeah, that's the part. It's off the lake. They call it lake effect snow, and the wind off the lake.
Makes me cold just to think about it.
Yes. Yeah, you don't walk around downtown without really a hat and gloves on, or you'll freeze. You'll freeze to death with the wind. It's nasty.
They say that it's biting and it actually hurts your skin. Yeah. And that is one reason to keep me in Kansas City, I guess.
Oh, we loved it when we moved here. We're like, oh my gosh, there's flowers and it's March. We don't have to wait until June. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a different environment for sure.
Totally.
I'm going to show you this because it was the highlight of one of my group calls.
Yes.
I am definitely not a poop girl as far as I have actually celebrated this year rather than woe is me stuff. But I put this on one of my calls. One of the girls had a t-shirt that her husband had gotten from a friend, and she held it up on our calls. And it was our final coaching call of the year, actually last week. And I went, oh my gosh, that's adorable. I never thought of that, because even with the hats and reindeer antlers and all the things that you and I had worn on all of our Doc and Queenie Zooms, that's when I thought, this is adorable. So I literally went to the internet, found this emoji.
I love it.
But isn't that cute? And again, I realized that people have had some not so great, as you call it.
Well, you have to laugh. You have to pull the positive out of all of it.
Absolutely.
And I found your toilet paper there, because you do like sparkles.
Honey, I do like sparkles, but I'm not sure I can go there. And speaking of sparkles.
Yeah, we're starting to sling it here. I was just being nice.
This was adorable, because this is part of our Doc and Queenie face mask contest, if you will. And I know Megan hooked this up for you. And so we have a lot of bling going on with Doc and Queenie today.
Yes, and actually it was very warm and I couldn't breathe. Yeah. Well, do you have a picture of your mask that you put the little
yes, I do. The little embellishments, shall we say.
Yeah, I didn't have the horns, but my daughter gave me the idea to
I think it's adorable. Absolutely. And in the same toilet paper theme that you've got going on, look what I found.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness. And I do think, think about 10, 20, 50, 100 years from now, people are going to say, what do you remember most from 2020? And toilet paper has to be on somebody's top 10 list. And so as soon as I saw this one that we're flipping from still toilet paper, I saw that and I thought, oh my God.
We could go back.
Oh my gosh. But it has been honestly an opportunity to be able to not only keep people connected, but try so hard for the uplifting piece. and the connections that we've made. And I know that you and I have both actually gone global from a standpoint of our reach with some of the different groups that we've joined. And people are so incredibly, what do you call that, Doc? Like forthcoming or excited to connect with someone. And then of course they go, "You're from Kansas City." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from Kansas City."
Do you know Kathy
So
Weaver?
excited. Oh, and honestly, that's just the funniest thing to me. And the people that we've gotten to meet and connect with other people. And do you know someone who does this? And yes, she lives in Las Vegas. Is that okay? And I've got a girl in Pennsylvania that does this. And what do you think about that? It really has been, I feel, an opportunity for growth. I really mean.
Oh, totally, totally. And you know, like you say, with people with even different parts of the country, that is so much fun to meet other people. You know, we're both kind of socialites anyways.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Just a little outgoing. We do have that in common. But
yeah, I learned about networking the hard way, right?
Yeah. It's just neat. You know, it's neat to meet people from different parts. And like you said, we went through the states the other day. We were talking about that. We've got Nevada, we've got California, Illinois, Missouri, Florida.
I have a Georgia and New Jersey.
Yeah, I've got somebody that's in Arizona, you know, so there's a whole bunch. Just a lot of fun. Yeah, I had to post a picture behind because we have the commonality of always being cold, and we do like coffee.
Yes.
So
we definitely do, and I'm always freezing. And usually my sweatshirts are in layers. And I really did. I thought about that. I have to actually go outside today, as in a building of a store. I thought, what is this about? I wonder if I remember how to shop. And because your fingers do the walking for the Christmas gifts and things like that. And it literally is a matter of push a button, get it delivered. Isn't this cool? And it's phenomenal. I actually am going into a building today. So
what that'll be like. Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll be able to find something.
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to that piece. But I thought, oh my gosh, haven't our lives changed in these 10 months of Groundhog Year, as I call it? But again, the pictures that you and I have done and the places that we've gone, the people that we have met in the Doc and Queenie family. I didn't know Pam Copeland before, and now I do, and that's super fun. And you and I actually didn't have many people in common, and all of a sudden our networks have meshed, and I love that.
I do too. It's that's what it's all about, especially with the networking piece. And even if people that are watching this don't have a business, it's all about the connection.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. And I still love your story about the realtor that happened up to your home. Yes. And now she wants to network, and I see yes. that, and it's super exciting for me.
Yeah, she's a sweet lady, and all she did was walk up the street, and I happened to be talking with actually Michelle Cruz, one of our faithful friends, and she was walking out the door, and Jana came around the corner, and you know, from there, I mean, we've been building our friendship, and it's really cool. It's been really cool. So. And
she lives in your neighborhood, actually?
She's right down the street.
Oh, okay.
Literally. Like I can see where her townhouse is. So I see where her car is parked. I try not to hit it every day. And
very good, Doc. Try not to hit her car.
I try to concentrate when I drive. I try not to speed much.
Yeah, don't hit her car, Doc. We don't want any of that to happen. Oh my gosh. And I do remember, honestly, even last week when we were talking about Christmas is coming and what are you doing in traditions and all that stuff. And bingo, it's over. And now we get to talk about New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, what the new year looks like. And those are the kind of things that we have. Look at the changes even in Doc and Queenie. We get to have a bingo party once a month, pardon me. I didn't want any of our sponsors to stroke out. But we have a bingo party once a month. And our next one is January 19th. And we are certainly looking for sponsors. And you have an opportunity to chat about your business for a second before we start that game. And then whoever wins the prize that you have brought to the party, a virtual, of course, you get to connect with the winner of that game. I think the girls have had a blast with this, Doc.
Oh, we have. And people, you know, a lot of people have met a lot of new business owners.
I agree completely. And then, of course, once a week, we have Doc and Queenie Guest Live. And this week is no exception. We always keep this part a surprise. We know ahead of time, of course, and certainly our guest has chosen the time. But the bigger issue is we pop on for the Facebook Live, and then you're able to see that person. And then we post her video on several platforms to promote her business all over the place on our networks, actually. And that has proven super fun. And we're already booked the first
We're
two.
a couple of weeks out.
Holy moly, yeah. So we're now for the third week in January. If anybody wants to be on the DQ Guest Live, we'd love to have you. And what's behind you there, Doc?
Well, we're going to be starting something new. We're going to be doing a Bible trivia night. A little bit different structure from like the bingo, but it'll be an hour, correct? 7 o'clock. And here's where I'm wavering. I'm trying to remember the date. You are the date person.
Yeah, it's Thursday. We're going to do Thursdays every week at 7 o'clock Central Time. And this will be Bible trivia. Obviously, as you know, many of you know, Rev Doc 7 is this fabulous lady next to me. And the Reverend part, as she's an ordained minister. So Doc's going to help us through some of the Bible trivia questions and the scripture verses and give us a little insight and impact into the word. So,
yes. And actually that's January 7th, correct?
January 7th at 7 p.m. 777. Don't you love the sevens?
Yes. And yeah, and even if you don't think you're a Bible scholar, nor are we, and actually we were testing out some of the trivia questions last night, and we actually surprised ourselves as to how much
we have to report our scores.
Yeah, we're not going to report our scores, but there were a few trick questions. We'll blame the trick questions.
Okay, but, I can blame the trick questions. You bet.
Even if you're just interested in the Bible stuff, because basically what we'll be doing is just different levels of questions. And then I'm a history buff. I love anything historical, and of course, the Bible is fascinating. So I'll be throwing in my 2 cents here and there. And I know you probably will too, Queenie, because you're familiar with the Bible also. So
the good news is, honestly, when we actually thought of this and it was downloaded to us, as we say, it was one of those kind of things. All of a sudden, one of us throws out an idea and the other one goes, yeah. And so that's how this has all evolved. And we are thrilled for each and every one of you to have a part of this. And that's the piece for me that has been so fun with the Doc and Queenie community, because all of a sudden somebody thinks of this and what a great idea. And guess what? We can connect more people. And the Rev Doc 7, I just think your logo is spectacular. And I think it's back to that same thing. We really are all in this together. And the reason I put up this brick wall right here is it's impactful for me from a standpoint of people think of hitting a brick wall as a negative. Oh my gosh, now what do I do? And then I have this right here, the tsunami duck, and we'll get into that another time. But that's one of the chapters I teach in my Networking on Steroids post-quarantine book is tsunami duck. What does it look like when you are navigating the waters of life and you are gliding, hopefully visually, and underneath you're just paddling like cray-cray? And what does that look like? And how do you share your experiences with other people? And it really has been an opportunity, I think, for growth. And somebody comes up with an idea and here we are. I mean, that's what we have done.
Well, and we're adventurous anyways. There you go. There's the pool. I was going to say, sitting at the pool. We both are like sending out subconscious messages.
Yes, water. This is
friends and
where are you
to come pick us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a cloudy day on this picture, and actually I think I talked about this before. My girlfriend and I, this was in February, right after. I almost said right after Halloween. Did we know Halloween was in February? I didn't know that either. Yeah, it's Monday for Doc. Queenie's already been up like 10 hours.
Yeah, I've been rolling. Yeah.
An hour. Yeah. But yeah, it was like in the 60s-ish, but it was cold and rainy the entire time. But we were determined to get to the pool. The pool was heated. We got into the pool, and then we were like up to here with the water because we didn't want to get out because it was too cold. And then the sun would come out, and then we go try to sit in our chairs. But there was a breeze that was, like a Chicago wind. It was cold. But
oh gosh,
I just look at this. We were the only ones in the pool.
Oh my goodness. And isn't that amazing? This is Daytona Beach in September, actually, of 2018.
Okay.
Luckily that we take pictures all the time. You and I both have been doing that apparently for years. And I'm super excited about this. But when we were just now talking about the downloads and the Jesus piece and the Bible part, look what he gave me. I mean, seriously, look what he gave me. Right outside the condo, I'm with my girlfriends, and literally it is beverage time, and I'm having my morning coffee, because I really mean it. I think this is like 7-ish or something. And the Hurricane Florence had just passed through, missing Daytona Beach, actually. Thank goodness. And all of a sudden this popped up, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And the girls actually, I had taken this from somewhere. This is what I actually took outside the condo balcony, because we are right on the ocean. And that's the part that's phenomenal to me. And then this one is another picture that I use in some of my trainings, golden nugget. What do you get out of every single event that you go to? Your Florida trips, is that the keys behind you, Doc?
That's the keys. Yep.
And the nuggets that you get from your trips and the time that you have for fellowship with your girlfriends. It's incredible to me, the golden nugget part of what we have been able to accomplish as far as pulling the community together. And I think that Faithful Friends on Purpose with the Doc and Queenie community has been phenomenal. And I cannot wait to see what 2021 brings as far as being able to connect more and more of our Faithful Friends on Purpose with each other, because I really do love that piece.
Well, in the golden nugget, I was going to comment on just, we're posting pictures of the scenery, and it's the simple things. I think for me, we were talking yesterday actually about, what was it? What 2 things can you pull from 2020? It's noticing the simple things, because we have, let's push aside all the garbage and all the junk and all the bad. We've been forced to stop to notice simple things and look at all the blessings around us: a sunset, water, a beach, and then people in our lives, friends, acquaintances, networking, business people, just the whole thing. It's the simple. It's simple. I'm trying.
What I have noticed also, and I'm sure you've noticed this with your Facebook friends, social media friends, people are taking time to smell the coffee, as I call it. But they're looking up at the sky. How many sky pictures did you see the other night with the Christmas star? And and how many flowers did we see in the springtime? And people are posting pictures of their garden and their pets and all kinds of different things. And I think Karen Reyes actually did the one with Otis, because I think he's 14 or 15 or something incredible like that. And so she got to take a happy birthday picture to Otis. And I just thought that was the cutest thing.
Yeah.
Do we always celebrate our pets' birthdays? Hello, I don't know. But for 2020, by golly, this year we're going to. And oh my gosh, there's your family.
There's the fam. Yes.
How fun is that?
Our yearly picture. I put the good one out. We were doing a Snapchat. We were all wearing, bunny ears, and so our family loves to smile and laugh and have fun.
But yeah, it sounds like it. And I bet the filters help.
Yes.
Uh-huh. I bet those filters help. And I really seriously do. As we come to the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021, I think look at those smiles, Doc. This is like for real. Yeah, that's awesome. And I love people say you can't get in a building now with more than 5 people or 6. And here we are. You're already filled before you get started.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I noticed our neighbors in the background, our neighbors on our street, actually, across the street from where we live, they had there were tons of cars all over the place.
Oh gosh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Now that's super, that is incredible to me. One of the things I wanted to share, honestly, when I saw Rev Doc 7, it prompted me to think about this. The people that, and I'm talking like over the years, when the books behind me, all of this is prompted by seeing someone else's need. And that's the part that I think, oh my goodness, how can I help someone, bless someone, move someone forward with whatever I have to offer? And one of the coaches on one of my calls this morning actually said that. What you know how to do is fine, but as soon as you share that with someone who may not know how to do that piece, it's going to change their lives. And I've seen that happen. And again, with your produce right there, that's another example. Certain of people of us that don't like to use the K room were forced into it this season.
Who knows what next year will bring, Queenie?
I can't even imagine.
Maybe you'll be baking a cake, and this time
Don't count on that there, Doc.
pushing my face into it. I don't know.
Don't count on that, Doc.
No, but it's it is what we do, you and I, and a lot of people out there, their businesses, a lot of them. My story, your story is the same, just looks a little different. We got into our businesses based on our experience and
Yep.
what we needed, and we just flipped that, and we're experts in our fields because of our experience and what we do. And we haven't been doing this, for a month. I mean, you've been in the water business. Is it 13 years? Am I getting that correct?
13 years, Doc. I can't believe it. And I know you've been into wellness journey for a very long time. And it's amazing to be able to have a naturopathic practitioner and be able to know someone like you with your expertise and the volumes of knowledge that you have. And the cool part is when you're able to share that with someone, flip a switch. We obviously don't claim, diagnose, treat, but flip a switch and you change someone's path. And it's phenomenal to me, being able to share things like this with other people changes their world.
Oh, yeah, we're both doing it. You with your water knowledge and offering, and of course that was my I gravitated towards you with the water because we started talking about it. And I had already had the experience with the Kangen water.
Yep.
And so that was an easy shoe-in. And that's of course the foundational piece to my business is how we eat and the food or the water that we're drinking.
You talk about living food, live, everything, and enzymatic and all of that. And I talk about living water, not only biblically, but certainly Kangen. And all of a sudden we were like, hello, duh. And
yeah,
it doesn't take us long to figure out this partnership.
Yeah. I mean, and then we're adding the faith piece to this. We talk about faithful friends and the faith piece, Jesus's life. It all works together. It
Absolutely
all works together. It's pretty cool how that works.
Yes. So. And that was a perfect thing when you were talking about the Bible trivia part, as far as neither of us being Bible scholars. And that's the part that is so amazing. It's not like there's an expert, there's no other opinion about this. It literally is a dive deeper. It's not a matter of lofty something that you're never going to be able to attain because people make it too hard. It's literally a dive deeper and let's find out what makes that tick. And
and we learn from other, there's other people that know the Bible in different ways, different parts of it, and have learned it differently that we learn from, so the Bible trivia piece, I think it's going to be fun. We'll probably have all different levels and we'll see what happens. I mean,
and plus we get to learn from the people who attend with us.
Yeah.
And it's going to be actually live, open up. It's not going to be recorded or well, maybe it will be. I don't know how to do that yet, but we'll see how that works. But it's going to be open conversation. Like people can actually ask a question on the live stream and we're going to see how that goes if we are able to put it in a playlist on the YouTube channel. Holy moly. I was interviewed the other day by one of our also faithful friends on purpose. Deborah Betts in Las Vegas is part of 100 Coffees. And I got to be interviewed and they were actually asking about my logo here. And so I have to see where it is. And so,
that one.
Your left, not my left. And so they were asking about that. And I said, the Miracles with Water name, logo, everything totally came from God because you can DBA the water business. And so I thought, Lord, what am I going to call it? Kathy'sWater.com. That is so lame. It was so has that name, that's lovely, but that's not a good fit for me. But all of a sudden I was like, there's so many miracles with, oh my gosh. And I flew up to my computer and literally typed in miracleswithwater.org. It hadn't been taken yet. I popped that thing right away. And then when I had the logo created, I said, I want a water drop. I want the ripple effect. It has to be purple, of course, for alkalinity. And I want Jesus Christ in the middle of my water drop. And these girls on this call are going, what? And I said, that's how it was born. And it's been ordained ever since. And I know with your business, I mean, look at that. Talk about life. Everything that you do is garden and living and green and amazing. RevDoc7.com.
I'm glad you're singing it because I'm an alto. It wouldn't be so, I'd repel people.
I got kicked out of choir. No, I got kicked out of choir. Don't give me that.
I was in choir, but I wasn't a solo, and there's a reason. No, like you, I mean, Rev Doc 7 is a new branding for me. It's coming out here in the next week or so. I am the owner of Beyond Basic Health, which is my naturopathic business, but the Rev Doc 7, the doctorate in traditional naturopathy, the Reverend ordained piece, and like you say, the picture. I am an avid gardener, and no pun intended. And it's all about, it's all about nature, water, what we put in our bodies, how we think. I would say, let me pop up my, I've been doing a podcast, and I know we've been talking about podcasting, and you've been on podcasts, Queenie.
Yes.
That was the podcast you were just referring to, correct?
Absolutely. Yes. So exciting. Yeah. And they said, we're going to do a podcast. And I said, I'm out. They said, no, you're not. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been working on my podcast here since the beginning of the year. And
yes, your first one came out, because I'm a numbers girl, on March 24th.
Yep.
I know that completely because I am a groupie and certainly a fan. And I wanted to post this. I was going to say goodbye and thank everybody right now, but let's do this for a second. There we go. Why is that significant to you, Doc?
Well, because I'm supposed to have my 75th podcast, and it was supposed to go out this morning, but I didn't do it.
Okay, but this is one of our short-term goals.
Yes.
Doc's 75th podcast will be coming out soon. And I checked my YouTube channel, and I'm almost to 75 subscribers. So as you said that the other day, I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be a super big number for both of us. And once again, who do we thank? The faithful friends on purpose.
Everybody.
Who have been so incredibly supportive of not only Doc and Queenie, but your podcast, our water businesses, growing the Congan family together. That is just phenomenal, and helping everyone make the best choices for their families and their lifestyle. And you're a perfect example of that. Your podcasts are so inspirational. And for those of us who aren't podcast savvy, tell us how we can find your podcast.
My podcast is all over the place. It's on Anchor, Spotify, Google Casts, and probably 10 to 15 other formats.
Wow.
It's all over the place. So yeah, it's been fun. With the fun part, it's very, and I was telling this to somebody the other day, it's very difficult. Like for you, we've been asking for your YouTube channel to hit 100 so you can have your own deal. And you can see the subscribers. For me, on the format I'm on, they take a guess. So sometimes I have 15 listeners, sometimes I have 50. And I'm just wow. So I just look at the number of listens, and I'm pushing 850 right now. My goal in the next couple of weeks is 1,000.
850 listens, my friend.
Yeah.
It is, Doc, that is so amazing, honestly.
So my goal is to hit 1,000, and then I'm working right now on monetizing it. So that's, having sponsors and developing this part. It's part of my training, my soul, body, spirit, how we think. And that's what the Mighty Morning Moment just gives you a little 3 to 5 minute thought process. You don't have to listen to me bloviate all morning. So I can't even listen to me bloviate all morning, but it's, it's just a few. And I've got one popping up. Actually, it'll pop up today. It's on there already. It's called Again. So it's talking about just restarting again and success and failure and what that means. So, and then
see, you might call it bloviate, but instantly for me, you drill it down to what we're living through each and every day. And how can we this? And then you ask questions, and what can we do better? And what does that look like for our personal lives, soul, body, spirit, as you say? And I think that's the
oh,
hello.
Sorry.
That's all right. Hello. Those are the kind of things that you think right off the bat. People are listening, and it might change the course of their day. And you're doing that.
Well, we're both doing that. I mean, your books, what you've done with your books, and those are on your YouTube channel, Kathy Weaver KC, of what you've learned with networking and all of that. And then just our whole, like we keep saying here with Doc and Queenie, if we can touch one life, make you laugh, we can be dorky or goofy or whatever we are. Or maybe I should
be dorky or goofy. I'm not good at dorky or goofy.
Yeah, I'll speak for myself. I come from a family. Yeah, speaking of dork, oh, you disappeared. There you go.
I know it's hard to find because all of my green screen stuff is different.
But we love to laugh. We love to make fun. We love we're living life to its fullest, and it's hard right now. Yes, we're not denying that. But smiling and laughing gets those endorphins going, and you'll feel better. I mean, and that's proven fact. So I threw a little fact out there. So
Well, we definitely love the fact part. And for anyone who has not heard this yet, RevDoc 7-part, and you need to hear Dr. Laura's story. If you have not, I suggest definitely a consultation on her website, revdoc7.com. And the reason for that is the Reverend Peace Ordained Minister, the doc, the naturopathic practitioner part, and the 7-part for me seriously is basically a reset of the nervous system. And I remember the very first time I was flying around doing something and you said, don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And I said, I don't have time to breathe. I've got to do here. I've got to get this set up and don't forget to breathe. And I said, what does that mean? Literally taught me the 7-7-7 breathing thing, and breathe in for 7, hold it for 7, breathe out through your mouth for 7, and then wait 7 seconds before you start again. And I cannot tell you how resetting the nervous system has seriously changed the angst piece or the yikes piece or the holy moly, you've got to run the world piece. And it really does change everything, because when you said you have to breathe and I said, I don't have time.
well, when we're busy and flipped out, it shuts off the part of your brain so you don't think. Yeah, and then that's where you get in trouble. You'll say stuff or do things that you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. I don't think you meant me.
No, I actually meant me. But
yeah, right.
No, it's the number 7, breathing. It's also in the Bible, it means complete. I'm complete in Christ.
Absolutely.
It's impact. It's everything we're talking about. But it looks like we're almost out of time again, Queenie.
I'm telling you, Doc, we wanted to thank all of our faithful friends on purpose. We have been Doc and Queenie officially, as far as Facebook Live, since August 3rd of Groundhog Year. And we just want to thank each and every one of you for the growth and the support. And we seriously want you to sponsor a bingo event. You just bring a prize, show up, smile pretty, that's it. And we're super excited about Bible trivia. We love that you join us every Monday at high noon. And we love being able to offer the guest live. So you actually get 15 or so minutes to spotlight and share about anything you want. Doc, I'm serious. This has been a phenomenal year to meet so many cool people.
Yes. And, to back up on the sponsorship, you don't have to be local Kansas City. We have had people on bingo. We had somebody last time. She was from Tennessee.
Yep.
It was fun to have her on there and get to know her a little bit. And if you sponsor us from another state, just a little, and the gifts don't have to be huge.
Missy brought a gift. Actually, she was a sponsor from Las Vegas, and that was super fun. And so it really has been a blast.
Yeah. So yes, it's been fun, and it's been, and thank you. I'm repeating Queenie, but thank you for supporting us and continuing our numbers to grow, and our podcasts and our YouTube pages and all of that, your support with that. We love it, and we love you. So do you have anything else to say, Queenie? I'm going to let you close. I just flipped it on you.
Yeah, you did flip it. Thank you for the watch parties and the sharing pieces, and definitely for your chat and your comments. And like I say, once we figure out how to do the interactive piece on another platform that we're going to be doing, we want you to be able to interact on the Bible part. And this piece, we would be too distracted, I'm afraid. But the Bible Trivia Night starting January 7th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Central Time. Everyone's invited. And then the bingo party is January 19th. We certainly welcome sponsors. And then the guest live is going to be throughout the week, different times, once a week, a different person. And then every single Monday at high noon Central Time, we definitely want you to join us for Doc and Queenie. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
From my heart, this has been a blast. And
Happy
New Year.
Happy New Year. 2021, here we come.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.